Who's next, Spirit players? Aquarius. In the upright, that's good. Not dimming your light. We don't need you to dim your lights. Don't hide behind your hair. You are a guiding light, and you're coming into your era very soon. Next year. So we're doing a Celtic cross for everyone. What does Aquarius need to know for the week commencing the 10th of October, Spirit please? So many. Overall energy. Oh, how beautiful. I wanted your read for the weekend because it was beautiful. Happiness, bliss, everything you ever dreamed of, perhaps a wedding. Keeping it that way is the hardest thing. It takes hard work to keep it that good. So, wow. You've avoided a catastrophe. You've suffered some small upsets, arguments, possibly electrical and water problems. But people pleasing, that's what I usually say. But I think in this case, you're very clever. And you've known when to keep your mouth shut and just ignore whatever the drama is that's going on around you. You've released yourself from a nightmare. The 16 and the 15, massively important. 16 is negative, the 15 is positive. You are breaking free. Don't sign anything at this current time or around the 15th. Capricorn energy, no longer being used, set free, breaking the shackles. No more manipulation. But there may be some peacekeeping to be done. Yeah, so 15th, 16th, 18th, and you are the 17th. So from about the 15th, you've no longer struggling within yourself about something. It might be between two jobs, two properties, two people, but you are very clear now on what your path should be. And you're really good at that. Once you focus, there's nothing to stop you. So the salamander there, the moon, the full moon was on Sunday at 5 to 10. So that may have been important. An important situation happened when the full moon occurred. It cannot be changed. Perhaps it's a pregnancy because in this deck there is a pregnancy on there. Not normally. The root of the problems is some sort of failure. Something failed and you see clearly now why it's failed. In the past, we have an injustice. Well, no, it's not an injustice, because in this deck, the Justice card and the Leo card are reversed. So, the number 11, a Leo, a power struggle from within and without of yourself, but you're getting over that, cannot be changed. You will be able to handle that. It can also be illness, bad temper, the heart and the back issues. It's karma. It's a power struggle between you and another, possibly. You're releasing this burden, you're not putting up with it anymore. And believe me, I've seen some Aquarius, the nicest people, but when they're done, they're done. You're not carrying this burden anymore. You're not walking into glass doors that you didn't see. You're going to see very, very clearly. Yeah. Either you or someone else is probably moving out. Or getting a new home. But they have to stand on their own 2 feet. So if this is the kids, they've got to pay their own way. You can't pay for them as well as yourself right at this minute, because the way things are, it's just not happening. So, financially and emotionally strong and independent, that's you. You don't need anyone else. You're quite capable of doing it yourself, and so should they. Your emotional life, it doesn't seem to affect, because this is a very happy home. The foundations are strong. The family is good. There's nothing there to worry about. Spirit would tell me if they did. This is beautiful. It could even be a new home, like I said, for somebody, the kids having the first Christmas in a new home. I don't know. But there is happy home and family life. They reiterate that. It's a beautiful picture. So it's not your emotional life that we're talking about. Hopes and fears is travel, or that a pregnancy does not go full time, because this is, in this deck, it's a very weird and gruesome picture. So when one phase ends, another begins, which is true. But this is possibly something's not over yet. Pregnancy hasn't got to its full potential yet. The 21 is negative energy, but it is just a hope and fear. But you have to watch out for definitely burglaries, criminals in the area, people watching your movements. So if you can get timers on your lights, stuff like that. Harsh words could be spoken, lies, deceit and theft, enemies. And that enemy could be yourself, but I think this is an external issue. So somebody sees how happy your home is, and if you're not careful, there may be some theft. So make sure everything's locked up tight, windows, doors, etc. It is a Gemini energy. Yeah. Criminal activity, I believe. The number 8, so that number 8 and 11, the interchange in decks. So be very careful. Yeah, be aware, be alert, because there is somebody sees how good you've got it and they want it. So be alert, be aware. There is a connection here though. It's probably someone you know, and they have a connection to the number 16, which is negative, I believe. Or the 8. Or the 11, sorry, not the 8. Or the 21. Negative energy. Could live there, could be born on that date, I don't know, but yeah, watch out for envy. Be alert, be aware. Make sure everything's locked and nailed down so people can't remove it. So, the solitary shaman, not unlike the magician, which is also Gemini, the walker between worlds, who bridges the gap between the physical and the non-physical, it's also the high priestess, Call on the spirit helpers when in need of connection and awareness of self and your surroundings. So be very, this is the only warning. When you're walking, especially at night, make sure you're aware of your surroundings. I'm a bit worried about this one now, because spirit are. Call on your spirit helpers when in need of connection and awareness of self and your surroundings. She will guide you when in need and be invisible ally. The spiral into self indicates a knowing of who you are in the past and your physical body, where you came from, without the need of ego. This card represents a knowing of yourself, the true you, your spirit, a deepening of your awareness and understanding of the world through a shaman's eyes. You see, when our physical body dies, our soul lives to reincarnate again and again. So there may be the loss of a child. If that's the case, I'm really sorry. Or when there's a death, there's a birth. So who are you without the limitations of your body? One needs to look very deep to take off the restrictions of who we think we are. If we were never to interact with another person, who would we express ourselves as? That's what Spirit wants you to be. Are you comfortable with who you are on the inside, and does it match the person you are on the outside? Is there an ego that needs to be set aside, or do you need to find your inner strength to be who you're truly meant to be? I think it's the second one. Free of harsh judgments we find from those around us. Are you with like-minded people, or people who support and love you unconditionally? Yes, I think you are, but maybe only because you keep your mouth shut. Only when you love who you are on the inside and fully know who you are by doing what brings you joy will you then not care what others think of you. So stand proud and confident, independent, in your own skin. It's a powerful energy to be reckoned with. From this place, you can take on anything and anyone. When you find this place, remember what it feels like. So when you're feeling off centre and need to find your strength again, look within. The shaman spiral is also showing the need to practice your spirituality. What are your rituals? What is your self-care? You may be getting stuck in your physical, material world and getting bogged down. Start doing the practice. Wake up and meditate. Light your incense. Sit with a tree or whatever it is. Just having a cup of coffee by yourself. Really, that's all it is. So that they can speak to you. Doing the work means showing up and making the spiritual connection necessary to feed your soul, to feed your spirit, keep you uplifted in this physical world. Because sometimes things will get you down because people don't realise how heavy that burden is you're carrying. Because you do so much for others, and it's not until you stop doing it that they realise how much you're doing. But I really want you to be careful, especially if you're walking at night. That was a slip of the tongue, working. So if you're working late, be very careful. Make sure you walk to your vehicle with someone or walk to the bus stop with someone. Don't be alone. Spirit definitely giving me them vibes. Yeah, especially if you're going for coffee. Someone's watching. Don't go for coffee. Don't go for coffee. Maybe stay off the coffee. Maybe that's bad for your health, your heart, your back. Maybe you're drinking too much coffee. Wealth. But it was in the reverse. So there's issues with finances, and I think it's somebody's trying to steal it. So be very careful there, please. Jupiter, 3rd house, Sagittarius. Third house is Gemini, and I think it is in the reverse, so it would be criminal activity, like I said. Watch out for hands, arms, shoulders, someone from school days or to do with schools. The colour yellow. Communication, siblings, short journeys, learning, immediate environment. So watch your immediate environment. Don't be on your phone. Be alert, be aware. Neighbours, manner of speech, the way people talk to you. Listen, pick up on the energy. I am worried. Seriously worried. So watch what you're doing. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Sagittarius in Jupiter. Expansion through knowledge, optimistic, lucky, and prone to wild exaggeration. Jupiter in Sagittarius is happy to take a gamble and enjoys life to the full. So that's great. Do enjoy life to the full, socialise, whatever, but be very careful and note that that coffee has got a lid on it. Just make sure you don't leave any drinks unattended. Thanks for listening. Bye.